それが真実。ねえねえなんだかちょっとそれは夢あるね。私は私で私の可愛いヤバいタイプを見つけちゃったからいいです。それが現実。ねえねえなんだかちょっとそれはあざといかもね。どこまでも上には上があるってことは横にも横があるってこと。つまり人それぞれ分かってるんです。それはそれできるならそうなりたいなりたいなりたい君の顔になりたい。ほんのちょっと近づいただけでこんなに幸せになれるんだから魔法で愛やめられない。できるだけそうなりたいなりたいなりたい。明日は笑顔になりたい。ほんのちょっと微笑んだだけでこんなにも可愛くなれるんだからもっとね。生きること楽しませてよね。そんな感じになりたいな。あの子はあの子で誰かの可愛い人になってるってくらいの話だったら聞いておきたい。ねえねえなんだかちょっとそれでおしまいね。下見ればそれより下に行くってことで天才は前しか見ない。だって顔前についてる分かってるんです。当たり前できるならそうなりたいなりたいなりたい。君の隣に並びたい。ほんのちょっと振り向いただけでこんなに幸せになれるんだから今日だって愛やめる意味ない。できるだけそうなりたいなりたいなりたい。今日より素直になりたい。ほんのちょっと踏み出しただけでさらにまた可愛くなりたくなるんだからね。愛生きること楽しい気がしますね。元が違うとか言っちゃったらまあそれはそれすぎて簡単です。でもそれじゃ終われない段階です。毎日最前線です。可愛いは作れる難関です。でも否定するだけは簡単です。でも相手にしてない言ないです。君だけでいいんです。できるならそうなりたいなりたいなりたい。君の顔になりたい。ほんのちょっと近づいただけでこんなに幸せになれるんだから魔法で愛やめられない。できるだけそうなりたいなりたいなりたい。明日は笑顔になりたい。ほんのちょっと微笑んだだけでこんなにも可愛くなれるんだからもっとね。愛生きること楽しませてよね。そんな感じになりたいの。君の顔になりたいの。
Hello. Hi, hi. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Oh, excuse me. I've got my nerd glasses on because today we're learning shit. I am at my desk and I have my glasses. Professor Martha is here on stream. We're gonna learn some Wotagei shit is what we're gonna be doing. So, I hope you're excited. What was playing just now? I had it on shuffle and it shuffled to two different videos of the same song, so I apologize. But that was Kyururin Shite Mite, or Kyururin Te Shite Mite. They are an idol group with, Dear Stage. Dear Stage is an agency in Japan that Haruko Momoi runs, and she's a badass bitch, and they have great idols. Kyururin Te Shite Mite is one of their bigger idol groups at the moment, and I like them. So I decided to play them today. Professor Yeehaw! Okay, fine. I will... Yeehaw shit. Alright, here we go. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Pillow, Professor Yeehaw. It's Wednesday. You're correct, Lily. It is Wednesday. Today's beverage, I have water, but I also have my post-ballet class smoothie, strawberry banana, with half a vanilla protein shake and a tablespoon of ground up chia seeds for fiber. Let me tell you, I'm gonna have to take an Epsom salt bath after stream because I know my legs are gonna be hurting tomorrow. Good smoothie though. No, but it's been 3 weeks since I did Pilates, and then they changed my Pilates class time to a time that I couldn't make anymore. So I switched back to ballet. It was fun. I enjoyed it. But my legs are gonna hurt. So I'll probably roll out my muscles and take an Epsom salt bath. But anyway, idle cross training. I will get better, damn it. When's gay but not how's gay? How is gay? How is you gay? How's gay today, Pillow? This gay is doing alright. I had a productive day today. I do believe. A very productive day. Yeah, I got quite a bit done and then ended it with a ballet class, and now we're doing a stream. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad gay is good. I'm glad gay is happy. Why do I feel like this week is just like going by so fast? I mean, I guess time always speeds up for me at the end of the year. I'm always like, where did the time go? I don't know. I mean, I love this time of year, but I'm also like, just because it's going by so fast. Anyway, we're going to be learning some Wotagei calls and chants because I want everybody to be better at Wotagei. And when you go to an idol concert, or even if you're just at home watching a VTuber concert, you can do all these calls and chants and give your energy to your favorite idol, to your Oshi. So, I have a couple of documents here that we're going to take a look at and some example videos. So these are some resources that were put together by some friends, and I have, like, blog posts and things from back in the day, that I had used before, and then the person who did this document, also did resources for. Oh, not the AirPods, Lily. I'm so sorry. I hope you find it. Those little bastards are slippery. Alright. So, this is the WOTA database. Let me pull this up. Where is my... No, that is incorrect. Hang on. We're gonna... Where's my... There it is. Ding! Hold on, I'm gonna move you. You're gonna go over here. Want to make sure. Where you at? Beep. There we go. There it is. Okay. So here is the Wotagei database. So the Wotagei database, oops, I forgot. Let me go back to chatting really quick whilst I edit this. So the Wotagei database was put together by Midnight Airy, Ashes, and Draysil. This is a, like, community document that people edit, and they basically have, like, almost any chant you could think of for idol concerts on this document. And then at the end of the document, there are links to songs that you can practice the chants for. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go through some of the chants on this document today. Excuse me. Oh, I've got the hiccups. Oh, we're going to go over the chants on this document today. And we're going to see if y'all can get it together and learn some shit, right? So, okay, we're gonna reset that forward, and then we're gonna reset that. I'm making sure that everybody is where we're supposed to be. Oh my god, why? No. No, 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 no. Okay, we're good. I was over here pressing hotkeys when I shouldn't have been. Okay. Back to the database. Here we go. So, this is a good, you can use this on your iPad, on your mobile, on your computer, but let's go ahead. So I will have the link to this document in my Discord server for you to peruse and to take a look at. So, another resource, if you want different songs for examples, it's linked here. Yes, Tiger. This is what I remember looking at. Back in the day was Yes, Tiger on WordPress, and they have general calls. Some of these videos, since this post is a few years old, have gone away, but there are still plenty of videos to use as well. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start. Let's go over the notes. So sometimes you will see circle, circle, circle. Let me zoom you in, actually, because this is teeny tiny. Where are you at? Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Now you can read it. Okay, so sometimes you'll see the 3 circles used, and that's for your oshi. For those of you who don't know, your oshi is your favorite member of an idol group. They're called your oshi men, or your oshi for short. That's why that anime, that idol anime, is called Oshi no Ko, my oshi's children, or my oshi's child. So my oshi is my favorite idol. So anytime you see these circles, you would put the name of your oshi into that chant. But for our intents and purposes today, we're gonna use the word oshi. That way, nobody gets confused, alright? Next, we'll get into the clapping a little later. Because that's newer to me, the clapping. And then, this might not be the most up-to-date, but they're doing the best they can. So please send some love their way. So, we're going to start out. The main reason why I wanted to do this today was I wanted to get everybody mixing. But why don't I'm going to go back here for a second. Why don't I pull up, because I do a panel at anime conventions called Wotagei for Dummies with Kira Kira Entertainment and the Texas Idol Festival. And this is like the bare bones basics of how to chant at an idol concert. And I usually do this panel before the festival at each convention. So that way, let me open it really quick. That way people can chant at the idol festival. And so the audience can be involved. Did I move that? I love when I move shit to organize it, and then... Where you at? Where you at? Come on. Ah, ha, ha, there it is. Okay. Oh. Go back. Is this it? Is this? Hello. This might not be the right one. I'm telling you. Okay. I found it. Okay. Phew! We're good. We're fine. I will be okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this in slideshow mode. And we're gonna go back. So let me show you the very basics before we get into mixing. Just as a refresher for some of you, And, you know, because I know some of y'all are very new to this, like Pillow and Lily. I bet y'all are like, what the hell is going on? But it's okay. We will get there. I believe in you. So we're going to start with the very basics, and we're going to start with this panel that I do at anime conventions, and then we're going to get into the more advanced shit that we've got going on. All right? So, Nyanko! Hi, Nyanko! Welcome! Thank you for joining us today. You came just in time. We are starting at the very beginning. So this is Wotagei for Dummies, an introduction panel for the rest of us. So this is the panel that Texas Idol Festival does at anime conventions before we put on said festival. That way the audience can get involved. Hello, Dragon! Welcome! Join us for some silliness. But here's where we start, and then we can get into the fancy shit later. Hello. Okay, so we're gonna learn how to go from the guy on the left. Listen, we give him an A for effort, but we're gonna go to where he's like, you know, more organized like these guys. So let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, what happened? What happened? There we go. Okay, whew. Now, let's learn about Wotagei, because I know some of my audience, namely the ones mainly here for games and garbage, y'all don't know what Wotagei is. So, Wotagei, as you can see at the top, is defined as a type of dancing and cheering gestures performed by ota, who are fans of Japanese pop idols. So let's break the word down a little bit. So we've got these characters here. Go back. We've got these characters here. Wotagei. So this is katakana, and this is a kanji character, gei. The character here, gei, in this context, means art. It is the same kanji character used like in the word geisha. Geisha meaning like an artist. And so Wotagei, the art of the ota. So many of us know the Japanese word otaku, which basically means a fucking nerd. You are super, super into something. You can be an anime otaku, you could be a train otaku, you could be a a dessert otaku, like anything that you can get, like anything that's a special interest, basically you can be an otaku for. But idol fans specifically, instead of calling them, like you can call them an idol otaku, but it's shortened just into ota. Like if you go to Japan and you start talking about ota, they're gonna understand that you're talking about idol fans. So that's why it is called Wotagei and not otaku-gei. So our little guy over here with the light sticks, he's got a fun fact. So Wotagei is thought to have developed from oendan. And so oendan is like a cheering squad in Japan. Groups will get together. A lot of times it's for sporting events, or you'll see them at like matsuri or summer festivals. Getting together with organized chanting. They'll have like uniforms. And so that idea was brought over to idol fandom. And that's how Wotagei became to be. Next, we have your gear. I don't have a pen light. How dare I? Okay, here we go. Now I have my pen light next to me. So, basic gear. This is called a pen light, the thing that is next to me over here. And you can see on the picture on my left, these are called pen lights because they are a light that's in the shape of a pen. And most J-pop idol concerts, you will see people using standard pen lights. You can bring them to any idol's concert because a lot of these don't have specific branding. And all you do is you change the color to your Oshi's member color. A lot of J-pop idol groups, honestly, most if not all J-pop idols have individual member colors. Some members have multiple colors. But so when an idol is looking out amongst an audience and they see pen lights in their color, they know that that fan supports them specifically. They know that fan Oshi's them. So idol fans, Ota, want to go around with the pen lights in their Oshi's color to let them know from the audience that they're supporting them and giving them love. Sometimes you will see pen lights with specific branding, sometimes for a specific group or a specific concert tour or event. And then sometimes you have these fun shaped ones. Again, they're for special events, tours, maybe graduations, stuff like that. But you will see different shaped light sticks occasionally for funsies. And this isn't like, you know, for K-pop, but K-pop light sticks, they started with just pen lights, and now every group has a different designed and shaped light stick. So they're not as standardized as J-pop light sticks are. And so pen lights, you can get like off-brand ones on like Amazon or AliExpress and shit. But the name brand pen lights, like the super high quality ones, are from Lumika or King Blades. For a while, they were all called King Blades because that was the most popular brand of pen light. I'm pretty sure, these are King Blades here with the gold. And then this one here, I think, is a Lumika because we've got silver hardware. And honestly, Lumika is the kind that I see the most among Kaigai idols. I think Lumikas are easier to get overseas, which is why I see them more often. That or the knockoffs. But you know what? Whatever kind of pen light you can get your hands on, we don't care. As long as it's got multiple colors, you can do whatever you want. Next, these are called Ultra Glow Sticks. You see how bright this is? And he's got a couple of them. A lot of times when you see really dramatic moves with these bright light sticks, it's these. Originally, they were called UOs, Ultra Orange, because originally they only came in the orange color. Now, these are like single-use temporary light sticks that you crack. They're like the glow sticks that you know and love, where you crack them and they light up. And these are so bright. Like, these are like, you could use these as a flashlight. They might even be brighter than a flashlight. But they are used in, like, the climax of a song, like the most dramatic point. So originally, they came only in orange, but now they come in pretty much any color you could wish. So that way, you still support your Oshi whilst you are being super dramatic. And now I need to upgrade this slide, because now they are, they now have, I can't speak. They now have reusable UBs. They're now called UBs or Ultra Brights. So they have reusable ones that are brighter. And instead of cracking them, you hit them on something. So you smack them against something, and that's how you light them up. But you can, change the batteries and use them for multiple uses. So those are UOs or UBs, Ultra Glow or Ultra Brights. So that's part of your Wotagei arsenal. Now, let's get into the types of Wotagei. We're going to go through these briefly, just because tonight's stream is mostly focused on calls and chants, because, I am a VTuber and I cannot show you physically all of these moves, right? So, part one, or I guess this type of Wotagei, is physical Wotagei. So, big movements. Sometimes they use the choreography of a particular song you're going for. And mixing and chanting can be optional, because sometimes you just go nuts with the physical stuff. And there are people and organizations who will get together and practice their physical Wotagei, or sometimes it's called Siloom dance, because Siloom is another name for the pen lights. And so groups like Aniwaza or Miami OAD are like Wotagei like fan groups that come together and practice and go to idol events to show off their skills here in the US. But as our little guy over here has said, physical Wotagei has been banned by many venues in Japan due to injuries, because a lot of these dances and physical things, people have been hitting each other, you get bumped, it's kind of a mosh pit, to be completely honest with you, in a way. Like, when I was at Yusuf, um, a couple weekends ago, there was a big group of people doing physical Wotagei, and I kept getting shoved around. And so I eventually just had to leave the front of the audience area because I was tired of being shoved around. So do physical Wotagei at your own risk. It's a lot of fun, and it can be a really great community building activity, but you got to be aware of your own personal space. So in Japan, the only place you're really gonna see physical Wotagei these days, besides just the standard waving of the pen lights to the beat, is at Chica Idol events. Chica Idols are like indie idols, underground. You're gonna see them at indie live houses, music venues, rock venues. So like if you're a fan of bigger idols like AKB48, any of the Hello Project groups, Ikorurabu, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look at some of Kyururin Shitamite's live footage and see if physical Wotagei is allowed there. But most of the larger agencies have banned physical Wotagei because it got too disruptive. But at indie idol events, Chica idol events, or a lot of outdoor idol events, because there is more physical space, they will be implemented. Or, you know, sometimes people just get together and do it. So here's a little bit of a showcase of some Sailum dancing, some physical Wotagei for y'all. And if anybody's been a fan of Your Name, the film, this is to the soundtrack of Your Name. And see the ultra brights in different colors? Yeah! Honestly, I don't know who their Oshis are, because this is from an anime, but like, go nuts. Love the rainbow colors. And the video editing here is really fun. Okay, we'll finish it. It's short. See, this takes up a lot of space, but it looks really cool. There we go. All right, I'm going to take off the cowboy hat. I think it's taking up a little much space. But anyway, our Wotagei for Dummies advanced panel will cover physical Wotagei. We are working on that right now. Oh, you can't even see it with the layout. But we're working on an advanced panel where we do more physical Wotagei. This is more focused on calls and chants. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about where we can Wotagei. Of course, idol concerts or any song concerts. A lot of times, Seiyu voice actors will sing songs from their anime as their characters, and you can Wotagei there. You can Wotagei at idol meetups, anime conventions. Right here is usually, you know, where we're like, anime conventions. Or if there are cover groups, fan concerts, we can do that. So here's a little example of an any song concert. This is from Love Live Sunshine. The seiyus from Love Live Sunshine. It is an idol anime, so there's some overlap here. But their seiyus are performing, and you can see all of the Wotagei here. Look at them go! Hi, 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 hi. See, that's usually what you will see, because this is, you know, I think these girls are under Lantis. It's a big anime song agency. And, you know, the up and down with the pen lights that you saw. In just a second. They're just, oops, they're going up and down and up and down and up and down. And that's the most you will see at these large agency events. And you see they're all packed together. So there's not a lot of room for doing the stuff we saw in the previous video. Let's skip forward a little bit. Yeah, the only way they go is up. Just so you can see what's going on. But let's get into, there's another little, there's a thing called Anikura or Anisong DJ events, where a DJ gets together and they play anime songs and idol songs, and everybody in the audience can just Wotagei there and let off some steam. This I think was at Anime NYC. Hey, thank you, Nyanko, for following. I appreciate it. Look at the guy with the bubble machine. Let's see if I can. No full screen? No full screen. See, this guy over here doesn't even have pen lights. He's just clapping, but he's going for it. This guy's got bubbles in one hand and a pen light in the other. And then you can see the DJs over here. Let's get to the chorus. See, we're gonna learn how to do that. Okay, so a bunch of nerds will just get together and Wotagei together, and honestly, I love that for us. So, oh! Why did we... Shoosh! Why did we escape? I want full screen. Full screen, damn you! Okay, so, Wotagei in media! As many of you know, we are Yakuza Trash on this channel. Every Tuesday, we play Yakuza games, and obviously, there's karaoke. Also, I need to change that. This is not Yakuza 0, this is Yakuza 5! My bad. But, there's Wotagei in Yakuza. Whenever Kiryu or Majima, or wherever a male protagonist goes to a karaoke place with a female character and she sings, the male character does Wotagei for the female character like they are idols. Or even if, you know, if a couple of dudes go together in karaoke, like Kiryu and Nishiki or Ichiban and Adachi, one of them is doing Wotagei for the other. So basic Wotagei knowledge is in the Yakuza games. So thank you, Like a Dragon Studio, for giving us Wotagei and karaoke minigames. Yes, it's always a good time when you get the bubble machine. I agree. More bubble machines. I should get a bubble machine for the maid cafe. That should be an investment that I make. I think it'll be fun. Okay, so y'all remember this, right? Those of you who watched me play Yakuza 5. See, here's Kiryu. Baya, Saiba, Baiba, Daiba, Baiba, Ja Ja. Haruka! He's so great. Hi, hi. Let's go, Haruka. Phew! Phew! I just think it's so funny that they have him doing this, like, air traffic bullshit. Like, they don't even have him doing the physical Wotagei. That would be the only way I could think to improve upon this, right? Anyway. Next, let's do, finally, we've gotten some vocabulary, we've gotten background, basic gear, where you can do it. Listen, somebody at US Idol Fest brought a gong. Maracas are optional, but nah, dude brought a gong. It was a little one, but he would hit it during certain points of the song. And honestly, I thought it was pretty great. Everybody's so creative. Everybody's getting really creative with shit. But maracas and tambourines are more for karaoke specifically. But I just wanted to show y'all that Wotagei was in the Yakuza games. But let's actually get into learning stuff. We've got background, we've got gear, we've got media. So let's go ahead and let's start doing it ourselves. Because that's the point. That's the goal of this thing. Ooh, I'm stuck on a cord. Hang on. There we go. So, basic moves. So, where I showed you in that video where the light sticks would go up and down, up and down, up and down, that is the high chant. So you move your arms, you hold a pen light, usually one in each hand. You go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And whenever your pen light goes up, usually on the 2, on 1 and 3 you go down, 2 and 4 you go up. It's like clapping on 2 and 4 instead of 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on 2 and 4, you're gonna say hi. That is the easiest one to remember. If all else fails, go back to the hi. So you'll do hi, 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 1, hi, 2, hi, 3, hi, 4, hi. Or, another popular one is Urya Oi. So, here we go. Our little Urya Oi. Shush, wait a second. So Urya Oi, you'll hear this in, I'm gonna bring back Oshinoko, the song, Starty Rain, I think? Or no? Damn it. I'm not an Oshinoko fan. I know of it through osmosis, and I watched the first season. But I don't know. Sainwa B! Thank you! I was like, I can sing it! I can't remember. Thank you, Nyanko. I was like, what the song is? No, Starty Rain is later. But in Sainwa B, at the beginning, you hear Urya Oi, Urya Oi, Urya Oi, Urya Oi. And that's a part of Wotagei. Also, if there's a Miku song with like written Wotagei, a lot of J-pop idol songs currently these days will have mixes written into the song or Wotagei written into the song. If you're a fan of iLife has mixes written into their song. So if you listen to them a lot, you'll be able to memorize them very quickly. But a lot of idol music, you'll hear at the beginning, Urya Oi, Urya Oi, Urya Oi, or hi, 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 hi. I've noticed, kind of a difference in male fans and female fans. A lot of male idol fans will do an Urya Oi, Urya Oi, Urya Oi, and female fans do the hi, hi, hi. And I feel like, as far as the Kaigai idol community, the hi, hi, hi is more popular. Mainly because the Kaigai idol community is made up a lot of women and queer people. But the Urya Oi is gaining traction here overseas. Just pick whichever one you like best. And so this usually happens during the instrumental, like the introduction of a song, just to get everybody hyped up for it. And so you'll hear the high. The beat is a little different in this one, but you'll hear it in this clip. And this is Morning Musume at Saitama Super Arena performing Kimagure Princess. And man, Hello Project Wotas have their shit on lock. They are together. Just listen to them. Listen to that! Hi, hi. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. So that one's a little different just because the hi, hi is in the background of the song. Normally you would hi, hi, hi. But because of the way the song was written, and if you listen to the track, like the studio version, you hear the hi, 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 hi in the background. And so that's what the Wota are adapting to. The second one, so basic moves, high chant. Hi, 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 or udya, oi, udya, oi, udya, oi. When in doubt, go back to that. Next is the PPPH, or the pa 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 hue pa 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 hue, and I think we heard that in one of our previous videos. Actually, the one with Kiryu in it. We'll go back and listen to that for a second. So PPPH stands for pam 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 hue, or pam pam pa. Hi, the pa 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 is claps, clap, 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 hue, clap, 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 hue, clap, 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 hue. So you clap to the left, double clap center, and then hue, raise your arm to the right. Clap to the right, clap to the left, clap, clap as you move to the right, and then hue, raise that right arm up. Clap, 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 hue. Or instead of clap, 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 like if you've got two pen lights, one in each hand, you can't exactly clap your hands. So instead of clapping, you say oh, hi, oh, hi, although you still lift your right arm. Oh, hi, oh, hi. So let's go back and let's listen to Kiryu, because you can hear him do this in Konanjanai. When she gets... I think it's the pre-chorus where he does it. Okay, here we go. Hue! 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 And so it's on a triplet pattern. If you are into music, if you are a musician, it's a triplet. Triplet. So whenever, honestly, and that's a common pattern in J-pop idol music, is the triplet. So Wotagei created a rhythm, or a chant, to go with that rhythm. So what you could do, he's clapping there, especially because you're pushing buttons in a rhythm game, the clapping works, but you could do the oh, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, hue, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, akiramenai. And then he goes into the next section. But that is an example of the PPPH in action. Just think of our guy Kiryu and our daughter Haruka, and you will not go wrong. Okay, so that's the high and the PPPH. Next. Okay, just a couple more basic moves and then we get into the real shit, all right? Let me drink some water. Okay, so the Ketcha. This, besides the high chant, is the easiest one to remember, because the Ketcha happens at the slow part of a song. The slow bit, the climax. And so Ketcha is basically, you're reaching out, you start from your chest, and you reach your hands out to the idol, and then bring them back in. You reach out, and then you bring them back in. And it's in an arc motion. So you take your hands from your chest and you like scoop them under and up to the idol. And then you bring them back in a circle towards you. You're making a circle with your arms. What was the alternative for PPPH if you have two light sticks? If you have two light sticks, one in each hand, instead of the hue, hue, you say, oh, hi, oh, hi. And what you do is you like move your light sticks in a circle. Like you take your arms, you move your forearms horizontally, and then you put them in a circle. I don't know what you call that move, but you oh, hi, oh, hi. So the oh replaces the clapping for that. Does that make sense? But I will show you the Ketcha so you will know what is actually going on. I've described the Ketcha to you, but I will show you it so that you can have a visual representation. My arms don't move. This is all you get. So, yeah, no worries. If anyone has any questions, please make like Nyanko and ask some questions. I am always down to answer them. Or if I need to clarify something in a different way, let me know. So we have the Kecha. And then we have the furikopi. So furikopi, all you're doing is you're copying the arm movements of a dance. Like if they're waving at you and you're copying the wave, you're mirroring them. Or if they have a specific hand movement in the dance that they do, sometimes you'll copy that. Furikopi is real easy. And along the same vein, repeating the lyrics. Sometimes, and honestly, if you don't know what lyrics are repeated, just listen to the people around you. So, silly question. What if you have 3 light sticks like Zoro from One Piece? Actually, there are little apparatuses. I don't know what you call them. It's kind of like your Wolverine, but with light sticks. Let me see if I can find a photo. Give me a minute. Pen light multi-holder. I don't know if I... Well, there's always Miku on it, but that's not what I wanted. J-pop. Yeah! Well, is that it? I want the one that you can hold in your hand. It's kind of like this. Let me pull this picture up. Let me pull this picture up. Looks kind of like this. Let me zoom. Zoom. Like that. And you hold like the bottom. Normally there's like a little piece at the bottom underneath the base of the pen lights where it's a handle. And you hold the handle and you wave it around. Because sometimes, like, you have an Oshi, or sometimes you are what's called a DD, which is Dare Demo Daisuki. Dare Demo Daisuki means you love every single member of that group. Like, you Oshi the group. So, Dare Demo Daisukis will have these holders, and they will have, like, everybody's color, and they will wave it around. Like, I've seen ones that hold more than 4, and it's pretty nuts. But yeah, so if you want to have more than 2, that's what you do, or you just hold 2 in one fist and you get good. But that's what happens, right? Okay. Copy, understood, exactly. You got to get more gear. Honestly, I've thought about getting one just cuz like I think it would be hilarious. But usually one in each hand is pretty standard. So yeah. But let's see. Oh, here we go. Here is AKB48. You're gonna see and hear furikopi, so copying the dance moves and then repeating the lyrics in this particular song. And then I think I have another clip for the Kecha as well. So here they go. Let's see if we can get a clip of the audience. This is what the audience copies. Because they're folding a fortune cookie. See, look at them. They got it above their heads. Their hands doing that. And then the lyrics are going to come up here in a second. Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo! And then they'll do this with the arms. Hey, yay, yay! Yeah, they have it on the screen. Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo! Yay, yay, yay! So that's a little bit of, you know, if you know a song and you can sing the lyrics or, you know, copy the little arm movements, that's kind of a more individual basis. But let me get the clip for the catch. Wait a minute. Go back. I think it was in the Aqua video. Go back. Here we go. Ah! Go back. Yes, it was in this clip. Let me show you the catch-up. Where are you at? I think it's too short. Where is... Hold on. Do I have it here? It might be hard to see because there's so many people. Ah! Technical difficulties. Go back. I think they may have skipped the bridge. Oh no, here we go. Gotta wait till the dance break's over. Here we go. Watch their pen lights. Damn it! The clip ended! Hang on. Let me find the clip. That's 59 seconds. No. I'm gonna have to find a separate. There was another clip. It's on the document. There it is. Give video, please. Yeah. Okay. I love having resources. Or is this only going to show text? Give me the live concert, damn you! Okay, is this going to show anything? You bastard! No, okay. Clip. Maybe not. No. Let me see. What about this one? Because there's one clip in particular that's very... Please load. Oh, hang on. Lily, let me show you. These guys have some of the crazy gear. Even if I am still looking for the catch-up. Look at what this guy has here. For a second. Look at him! Look at what he's got! That's what I was talking about! Although, he has just one person's color. But look at that! That's what you gotta get! If you want, like... How many pen lights is that? 8? 9? And they're doing it for the rhythm game. It's not even a concert. Honestly, I love that for them. Where's the slow portion? Ugh, bastards. You know what? I'm just gonna coin me Naritai Aquarium. That's what I want. Yeah, there we go. With the official costumes and everything. See, we will find. Search and ye shall find. Okay, that's verse 2. Okay. I think we're getting close here. But look at the girlies! Here we go! Or... Girl, where's the slow bit? Did they do the short version? No! Okay, here's the dance break. Okay. So everybody's all excited. And then here comes the ketcha. It's usually after the dance break. Look at them! Huge! See, look at the circle they're making with their... Hold on, I'm gonna go back. They're making a circle with their pen lights. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the ketcha, you go on the 1 and 3. On the high chants, your light sticks go up on the 2 and 4. 1, high, 3, high, 1, high, 3, high. On the ketcha, your arms go out on the 1. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So you're making a circle with your arms in 2 counts. Does this make sense? I think they're going to keep going. And then it gets faster, so they go back to the high movements. Even if they're not chanting, the movement still happens. Okay, that's enough of these girlies. Now, we have done the high, the pom-pom-pom-hue, and the ketcha. So let's practice these before we get into the next segment of this. So, let me find a little song for everybody to practice with. Let's practice with that Yakuza song. Konan Janai. We'll do it at karaoke. So that way Kiryu can help guide us along. And we're gonna ignore all the special, like, song-specific chants he does, because we haven't learned those yet. We are focusing on the height. We are focusing on the PPPH. I think she might get a ketcha in the karaoke version. Let's find out. So let's do it together. Here we go. Well, let me turn that down, or up for you. Hi, hi, hi. So when he says Yosha Ikuzo, that means let's go. So anytime you hear, you know, a more experienced Wota in the crowd say Yosha Ikuzo, that means it's cheer time, bitch. And normally this will get into a mix, but if you don't know the mix, a high will work. But we will get into the mix momentarily. So listen for him to say Yosha Ikuzo. Hi, hi, hi. Yosha Ikuzo! Hi, 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 hi. And you keep going with the arm movement, but she's singing, so we shoosh. Keep the arm movements going. Same counts. The light sticks keep going. Even if you don't know the song's specific chants, keep the light sticks. Here we go. Oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, Hey! Oh! Hey! Does that make sense? Listen for the triplet for the pam pa pa hai, right? Let me get, I don't know if she gets a short or a ketcha here because she does the karaoke version. Yeah, I don't think she gets a ketcha here, but let's move on to the next portion because the songs that I have for examples in this next portion have ketcha in it, so we can practice that way. So let me go back to, all right, let's go to the mix or the basic mix. Now, you might be wondering, Martha, what the hell is a mix? You keep talking about mixing. What are we mixing? So this is a mix of words that go together. And there was a short clip I had seen of a guy who knew the people that created the mixes. I don't know where that link went. I'm sorry. If I find it, I will post it in my Discord server. But he did an interview about like how this came to be and what these words mean. So a mix is a mix of words that's meant to get everybody hyped up, like meant to get everybody absolutely crazy. So the mixes, all these mixes are based off of the basic mix. So the basic mix is a bunch of different words, technically in English, that the creators thought were really cool and exciting. And saying them one right after the other was supposed to get you really, really hyped up. They together don't really mean anything, but they're fun to say, and they all end in like aya or aiba. Ba 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 ba. So we start again, like I said when Kiryu said, yosha ikuzo, or, that was kind of the first iteration was yosha ikuzo. Then in like the mid 2010s, it changed to just ja ja. Instead of yosha ikuzo, it was ja ja. Now, I need to update this again. In the 2020s, we have changed to ja ikuzo. So it's put the two of them together. I'm pretty sure Yakuza 5 came out in 2012, so that was before the shift, or right before the shift to just ja ja, and of course, obviously before the shift again to ja ikuzo. So you will hear one of the most experienced wotas, or multiple experienced wotas. When you hear the get your pen lights out and it's go time, bitch. So ja ikuzo, and then the mix is gonna sound like this. Basic mix: taiga, faya, saiba, fiba, daiba, baiba, and then you end with ja ja. So you start with a ja ikuzo and you end with a ja ja. I feel like the shift to the ja ja at the beginning was to help make it easier for people because you started and ended with the same thing. But yeah, tiger, fire, cyber, fiber, diver, viber, ja ja. Again, they don't really have any meaning together, but the creators thought the words were cool and that they would get everybody excited. And honestly, it kind of works. So, but before you memorize this, before you have it memorized, because it'll take you a minute, if you just aiba, nobody's gonna notice. Nobody's gonna know. It'll be fine. But you just gotta end it with aiba and get really hype. So, I'm gonna play this clip. I'm pretty sure this is an intro to an AKB48 concert, and you will be able to hear the basic mix in action. So here we go. After their custom intro, obviously. And you hear them, hi, 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 taiga, fire, cyber, fiber, diver, biber, ja ja. And then they keep going because there's more than one mix. You don't get to just do the same one over again. No, you gotta learn more. But let's listen to the basic one again. Here we go. Hi, 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 hi. Saiba, 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 Ja, Ja. The next mix, same rhythm, different words. Keep going. Same rhythm, different words, different language. We go. K, B, and they end it custom because it's an AKB48 concert. So some of those things were custom to AKB, but that's the general gist. So the basic mix. Ja, ikuzo. Taiga, Faya, Saiba, Fiba, Daiba, Baiba, Ja, Ja. And what they did afterwards... Well, here's another mix. So what they did afterwards, let me go to the document just so you can see it word for word. And let me zoom in so that the text is nice and big for you to read. Here we go. Here's our document. So the standard mix, this is the first of the 3 foundation mixes, the ones that are all the same rhythm and the same words but in different languages. It lasts for 16 beats. So it's usually, this is what you start with. You start with the, oh damn, they took the example out. But it starts at the beginning of the song, and you have it in English, you have the Romaji, and then you have the katakana, the Japanese version. Again, I will have this link in my Discord server, because this link is public. It's for everybody to learn. But you start, Taiga, Faya, Saiba, Fiba, Daiba, Viba, Ja, Ja. Now, we're not going to do the extended mixes. Let's learn the other mixes, the standard rhythm mixes. So, what just happened in that AKB48 clip was they did all 3 of the foundation mixes in one go. And that in itself can be a mix. I think it's called the Sanken mix, Sanhen mix. I'm going to have to, wait, I can look it up. That's the Kahen mix. World Chaos mix. Bread mix. Hayashi. Gachikoi. Where is it? There's a lot of mixes. And a lot of these are just shit that, like, people made up. Like the fucking Hogwarts mix. People just make shit up and they just go nuts. But... oh, I think it's in here. So, and of course, I can link this one too, because these are good resources. So we have the oh hi, the uria oi, the pam 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 hue. Then, where is? These are member calls. Mixes. Okay. So the standard mix, Taiga, Faya, Saiba, Fiba, Daiba, Baiba, Ja, Ja. And then you get into the Japanese mix here. Or, if I go back, the Japanese mix. It is the standard mix in Japanese because the words of the standard mix are in English. Taiga, Faya, Saiba, Fiba, Daiba, Baiba, Ja, Ja. You say those same words in Japanese. Tora, hi, jinzo, seni, ama, shindo, kasen. That's usually what you end with, but tobi jokyo can be added at the end. Kind of like the standard mix. You can extend it with fiba wipa. Again, why fiba wipa? Don't know why. That's just what they do, and then they translated it. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome. That's totally fine. I hope you can jump in and that this isn't too confusing. But we're learning Wotagei shit. So, we start taiga, faya, saiba, fiba, daiba, viba, ja ja, and then we continue tora, hi, jinzo, seni, ama, shindo, kasen. The third foundation mix, the third derivative of the second derivative of the standard mix, is the Ainu mix. So it's the same words as taiga, faya, saiba, fiba, daiba, viba, ja ja, but in the Ainu language. The Ainu people are an indigenous group of people that are native to Hokkaido, the northernmost island of Japan, and they have a language all in of themselves called the Ainu language. So you can do the standard mix is in English, Japanese mix is obviously in Japanese, and then the Ainu mix is obviously in the Ainu language. So if you're doing all three mixes in one go, like we were doing in that AKB48 clip, then the Ainu mix is the third. It's English, Japanese, and then Ainu. And so the Ainu mix sounds like this. Chape, ape, kara, kina, lala, tusuke, myo, hon, tusuke. That last one kind of threw me for a loop when I first learned it. Myo, hon, tusuke. So all together, it's the same rhythm, same words, just different languages. So all together, if we go back here, Ainu mix, you can do the 1.5, you can do the 2, Niren mix, which is just the English or the standard and the Japanese mix. There's the one I was trying to find, the Sanren mix. Sanren mix, which is what happened at the beginning of that AKB clip, was the standard mix, the Japanese mix, and the Ainu mix, all one right after the other. How many mixes you do depends on how long the introduction of a song is. Sometimes you only get the standard mix, sometimes you can get the standard and the Japanese, and then sometimes you can get all three. It just depends. And then sometimes those mixes are split up in the musical interludes of a song. Sometimes you start with the standard, then after the first chorus, you do the Japanese mix before verse 2, and then the Ainu mix after the final chorus towards the end of the song. It depends. You gotta know your Oshi and you gotta know their music. But they did the Sanren mix in that AKB clip. So we start, as we always do, with that's your signal. Get out your pen lights, get your colors on. Cheer time, bitch. And you hear somebody say, ja, ikuzo. And then we start with the standard mix. Taiga, faya, saiba, fiba, daiba, baiba, ja, ja. Keep going. Tora, hi, jinzo, seni, ama, shindo, kasen. And of course, if you want to add Tobi Jokyo, you can, but it's not always added at the end. Then Ainu mix, chape, ape, kara, kina, lala, tusuke, myo, hon, tusuke. Yeah? So let's listen again to the AKB not share slideshow. Let's listen again to the AKB intro. What do you mean network error, you bastard? Here we go. Okay, so let's listen to it again, get the rhythm for it, and then the text is going to be on the video. But if it's a little overwhelming, I know I'm throwing a lot at you right now. If it's a little overwhelming, just listen, look at the text, start getting it in your noggin. Here we go. Everybody's all excited. Hi, 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 hi. Ah, hi, 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 hi. Taiga, faya, saiba, fiba, daiba, fiba, ja, ja. Tora, hi, jinzo, seni, ama, shindo, kasen. Chape, ape, kara, kina, lala, tusuke, myo, hon, tusuke. And then they finish 48! Sore, 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 sore! And then after this, the girlies come out on stage and everybody's all happy. So, That's the basic mix and then the foundational mixes. So, there's that. What's this clip? So again, fun fact guy down here on my left. Depending on the group, members performing, or song, the chants can be different. So, ooh, okay. So this comes later. So this is the song that we would get to at the end of our panel and would be our example song. This is Natsuhiro Ego de Want to Jump by Muse, the first Love Live group. Most people know Muse and know this song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the basic stuff that we learned today. And we'll do this. Then for more mixing, we'll get into that clip that was just about to play, but with a written guide that you can look at, because there's a specific guide written for that song. And it's very popular amongst the Wotagei community. But let's go ahead and let's start with something simpler, which is Natsuhiro Ego de Want to Jump. And so this one starts with a kecha, because the song starts slower. Then we have our basic mix. Yosha ikuzo. Taiga, faya, saiba, faiba, daiba, baiba, ja, ja. Then you do your up and down. You repeat the lyrics, shining, dreaming, etc., etc. Then we have our pa, 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 hue, pa, 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 hue. Repeat the lyrics and then end with a furikopi. So I'm going to take you through it. Follow along to the best of your ability, or just listen in and absorb. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through it. And let me know if you have any questions. I will be happy to answer them. Velcro just showed up. Are you ready? Are you ready, Velcro? Here we go. We do our catch-up. We start at the chest and we bring it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi, 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 hi. Ah, ja, ikuzo. Taiga, faya, saiba, faiba, daiba, baiba, ja, ja. Up on 2 and 4. We shut up because they're singing, but we repeat. Shining, dreaming. 2, 4, 2, 4. Keep those lights going. Soda, umi, pam, pam, pam. Oh, hi, 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 oh, hi. Back to the arms. Back to the high, high chants. Repeat those lyrics. 1, 2, jump. Vacation. 1, 2, love. Keep those arms going. Then we're about to get into the foodie copy, so watch what they do with their arms. Left arm goes up, right arm goes up, and then we go the opposite direction. Back to your 2 and 4. And then when the song ends, we lift up our pen lights in the air and we shake them. Woo! Woo! Nico! Or, whoever your Oshi is. So that's a standard. You come in at the end of a bang. Trust me, there's more bangers. We're not done. We're not done yet, Naya. Hi, friend. Good to see you. We were going over some of the basic stuff that we just learned. Kecha, basic mix, the high chant, the PPPH, and then repeating lyrics. But no, this was the easy one. This was the basic stuff. We're going in, people. We are going nuts. Are there any questions before I move on? And actually, I'm going to grab some more water because I am out. And I've been yapping. So let me grab some more water. And then we will get into the fancy stuff when I get back. So please hold for a moment. I will be right back. Okay, thank you for waiting. As well as getting water, I had to medicate my cat. And make sure that the other one didn't eat her medicine. Because that has happened before and it was not good. So, we're fine. We're good. I have hydration. The correct cat has been medicated. We're good to go. Stay hydrated, Martha Sensei. Thank you. Ooh, you got your nails done. Listen, the longer tips will take some time to get used to, but I think they're fun for a special occasion. You'll get used to them eventually. All right, so let's get into the fancy shit, or fancier. We're still not going to the highest level at this point. So, beep, 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 beep. Let's grab. Where are you at? We're going to start with that first song. Where's the video? There's the video. So this is from a group called Niji Iro Conquistador, which is a slightly unfortunate name, but honestly the group slaps. Are they still around? Hold on, let me double check. Niji Iro Conquistador. I'm like, can I spell that? Okay. So Niji Iro Conquistador is also from Deer Stage, because we talked a little bit about Kyururin te Shite Mite, and they're part of Deer Stage. So Niji Iro Conquistador, they are still active. They've been a lot of member changes, but they are still active as a group. They are a part of Deer Stage, and they debuted in July of 2014. They have a very popular song called Triangle Dreamer. And there's a lot of mixing and chanting and stuff going on from the Wotas in Triangle Dreamer. So we're going to take a look. I think a lot of these members have since left the group, but let's take a look at Triangle Dreamer and what the mixes are. Let me see if you can read what's on the screen. This is the fan cam, so it's very close up. Yeah, okay. So, you can see the text on screen. Okay, so, remember how we talked about the Urya Oi? This is what we start with. Instead of hi, 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 it's Urya Oi, all the way. So, real quick. So, before we get to the video, let me show you the written guide. So, the video has this on screen, but here's the written guide. Let me zoom in a little more. No, zoom in, I said. Okay. Here's the written guide. So we start with the Urya Oi, or ooh, hi, ooh, hi, ooh, hi. You do that 4 times. Then we ja, ikuzo, and we go straight into the 3 mixes we just talked about. So the black lyrics on this document are the idols singing, and then in the red is what the ota are doing. I think the green and the blue are you singing along with it. Pretty sure. But we're gonna focus on what's in the red, because I think that'll be easiest to pick up. So, I know there's lots of fun stuff here. Who is that in that emote? That's so fun. Okay, so we start with the Urya Oi, ja, ikuzo. So the clapping is new. Ja, ikuzo. Or if you've lost your voice, or you don't want to yell, it's. So you so instead of it's ja, ikuzo. But for now, we're just gonna ja, ikuzo, because that's easier for me than like clapping at you through a screen. So we ja, ikuzo, and then we do the Sanren mix, the standard, the Japanese, and the Ainu. So again, that is Taiga, Faya, Saiba, Faiba, Daiba, Baiba, Ja, Tora, Hi, Jinzo, Seni, Ama, Shindo, Kasen. Chape, Ape, Kara, Kina, Lala, Tusuke, Myo, Hon, Tusuke. Alright? So, it's a lot faster in this one. Triangle Dreamer is fast. So, follow along as best you can. We're just gonna go up to there and see how we do. Okay? You ready? Here we go. Let's go. Udia oi, udia oi, udia oi, udia oi. Ah, ja ikuzo. Taiga, fire, saiba, fiber, daiba, baiba, ja ja. Tora, hi, jinzo, seni, ama, shindo, kasen. Chope, ape, kara, kina, lala, tuska, myohon, tuske. Okay. Yeah? How was that? Questions, comments, concerns. Questions, comments, concerns. Let's bring back the document. That was a lot! We're not even into the actual song yet, Naya. Y'all are funny. Oh, I got both cats in here. Hi. Well, I did. JJ's leaving. This was too much for JJ. Velcro's used to it. She's been here. This is JJ's first exposure to Wotagei. For those of y'all who don't know, Velcro is my 6-year-old cat. JJ, we just adopted him in August. He's 2.5, but he's new to the household. We've been introducing him to anime and idol culture, but I feel like he's a little overwhelmed. He had to go. He's overstimulated. He had to go away. It's okay, JJ. We'll get you there eventually. Anyway, so honestly, my advice for mixing, start with one. Start with the basic mix, especially if you are a native English speaker. Start with the basic mix. And then once you get the basic, the other two will come a lot quicker. It's going to take you a minute, especially because you got to be like, okay, what Iba word comes next? But start with the taiga, faya, saiba, fiba, daiba, baiba, ja, ja. And then once you get that, boom, 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 boom. The rest of it is all going to come a lot more naturally. So let's do it one more time. And then I can get into the Oshi calls. Because remember, we talked a little bit about these circles at the beginning of the stream. But let's get into it. One more time. Actually, why don't we slow it down? That might help. Where's my settings? Playback speed. Let's try it at 80%. Let's see if we can do it slower. We'll do it at 80, then we'll do it at 90, and then we'll do it at full speed. This is how I learned choreography. I am a lot faster at memorizing lyrics and memorizing music than I am at memorizing choreography. So how I memorize choreography is I go and I learn it slow, and then I speed it up to eventually get to full speed. Naya gets me. Naya's my people. Thank you, Naya. So we're going to do like I do choreography. We're going to slow it down. So we're at 80%. We'll do 80, 90, and 100. And even if you don't completely get it today, that's fine. This is an introduction. Lista. Or ikimashoi, I guess. Here we go. Udia, oi, udia, oi, udia, oi, udia, oi, ah. Ja, ikuzo. Taiga, faya, saiba, fiba, daiba, baiba, ja, ja. Tora, hi, jinzo, seni, ama, shinzo, kasen. Chape, ape, kara, kina, lala, tuske, myohon, tuske. That's still this is a fast song. So even slowed down, it's a little fast. Was that better? Maybe? Let's try 90. Let's see how we do. I love that YouTube finally has allowed us to do custom playback speed instead of just 25, 50, 75, and 100. Thank God. Although VLC Media Player is your friend. It is an open source software, and you can do music and dance at whatever speed you want with that bitch. Okay. 90. Let's go. She's so excited. Udia, oi, udia, oi, udia, oi, udia, oi, ah. Ja, ikuzo. Taiga, faya, saiba, fiba, daiba, baiba, ja, ja. Tora, hi, jizo, seni, ama, shindo, Kasen, Chape, Ape, Kara, Kina, Lala, Tusuke, Myahon, Tusuke. Yeah? Okay. Full speed. Let's do it. We've worked our way up. One more time. Let's go. Udia oi, udia oi, udia oi, udia oi. Ah, ja, ikuzo. Tiger, fire, cyber, fiber, diver, fiber, ja, ja. Tora, he, jizo, sani, ama, shizo, kasen. Chape, ape, kara, kina, lala, tusuke, myo, hon, tusuke. Yeah. Fast. I'm gonna upload this on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. I'm gonna put this everywhere and be like, this is your practice video. This is practice time. If I give you the resources, will you practice? Listen, it's so funny because this is the kind of stuff I hear at mostly one convention, but I've started hearing it at another. Mostly Northwest Idol Fest, which is now US Idol Fest. And I heard some of this at Otakon because a lot of those same people were at that event. And apparently the events in Southern California get a lot of this. But as far as events in Texas, the most that we get is the highs. The oh hi. And then there's another one that we haven't gone over, which is the say no. Ooh. They like that. Texas likes a ooh. But I want the mixing. I want the mix. So we're working on it. All right, next. Back to the document. Where you at? This one. Back to our document. So, in the basic stuff, I said they're singing Now It's Time to Shut Up. In the advanced Wotagei, no, it's not time to shut up. It's time to do Oshi calls. So let's go to Yes Tiger and see what they say about Oshi calls. Just so I can explain to you. Or member calls. So, specific member calls. Most people yell them for their favorite member. Hence, the circles. So a lot of recordings that you will hear at concerts, they'll say, oh my, get Ichiban. Because everyone is saying a different member and you cannot understand. Unless one particular member is a lot more popular than the rest of them. Or that particular member is singing. For example, if one particular member sang this first line, or sang this whole chunk, then everybody would say that member's name in place of the circles. And that way you would be able to hear a specific member's name in the chants. But oftentimes it's just because, you know, everybody's got a different Oshi. So there's a little bit of commentary here about Oshi culture. A lot of people really expect you to just like one person and like stick with, you gotta stay loyal. If you start yelling out multiple names, now for the bigger agencies, like I was saying, like AKB, Hello Project, that kind of stuff, you're not gonna get that many looks because they're more popular with the general public. But if you go to a Chica Idol show and you start yelling out everybody's name, people might give you the side eye. Now, you know, if you're in Japan, they're gonna be polite and they're not gonna talk shit at you to your face, but they might be like, interesting, you like so many members, and you know the translation of that is, wow, you a hoe, damn, you're not loyal to your Oshi. I could never. But you know, that's another topic. So, and you'll yell their first name, not their full government name, or if they have a stage name, that's what you yell. And if their first name is short, if it only has one or two syllables, you'll put chan or kun on the end of it, depending on your idol's gender identity. So, before you go screaming out for a particular group, make sure you know their names or what their nickname is. Get to know them and their fandom a little bit. So that's member calls. So this is a member call. Oh my god, I lost it. That's a different. We will get to that. We will get to this one in a minute. We're back to Triangle Dreamer. Omae ga ichiban is a member call. So you repeat Omae ga ichiban 3 times. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban. Oshi. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban. Oshi. And then they sing another line, Oshi, and you just scream their name. So I'm pretty sure this is just called the Omae ga Ichiban call. Yeah, it's just called the Omae ga Ichiban. Omae ga Ichiban means you're number one, you're the best. So, Omae ga Ichiban, Omae ga Ichiban, Omae ga Ichiban. Oshi. And again, let's listen to it in Triangle Dreamer. And I think you'll hear the because everybody's yelling at a different person. So, let's back it up a little bit and let's take a listen. Chape, ape, we finished the Ainu mix here. Right into it. There's one guy in my left ear on my headphones. I can hear his Oshi's name, but the people on the right aren't as loud. And honestly, I feel like this is where, I know I'm getting away from the instructional content, but I feel like this is where Wotagei can get a little, there's a division of opinion, because, there are some people who are like, I want to hear the idols. I don't want to hear you fucking yelling. Especially with the particular voice that they do. The guy on that left side, he's doing what they call like the the taiga voice. It's very gravelly and loud. Like it's meant to carry over the crowd to get the idol's attention. And there are, more casual fans or the more general public are not... They're not into it. And honestly, I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I love the calls, but that particular voice is very grating on my ears. I would just say use your normal voice at a louder volume. But that's just my opinion. I'm sure the people who made this document that I'm using would probably be like, no, just go full tiger, go nuts. And, that's the nice thing about being a fan is that it is your choice. You get to pick. I will just say, as a voice coach, that particular voice, doing that a bunch can cause damage. It is not the healthiest, so I'm just letting you know. But we go right into the Omae ga Ichiban, Omae ga Ichiban, Omae ga Ichiban, blah, 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 Omae ga Ichiban. That's a tongue twister. That's the one thing about these things. You gonna learn some tongue twisters. So let's listen to it again. Omae ga Ichiban, Omae ga Ichiban. Oshi! Omae ga Ichiban! Omae ga Ichiban! Omae ga Ichiban! Oshi! Oshi! Oh, not yet. Oshi! There we go. That's another member call. So, we just did the Omae ga Ichiban, which means you're number one, you're the best. This next one is Ore no Oshi. This one, literally translated, means to mine. My Oshi. I guess you're saying that's my Oshi. So, a little bit on that. Ore no means my. It's very common. Ore no Oshi. So you can do it singular, or you can do it double. In, not Dream Passport, in Triangle Dreamer, it says you do it twice. Ore no Oshi. But the way I've heard it most often is the singular form. Like we're learning a new language. Ore no Oshi. So when you're doing it just once, you elongate the syllables of Ore no Oshi. But if you're doing it twice, Ore no, you double time it. Ore no Oshi. And there's a beat there. So, let's listen to that whole section. I'm going to go back to the document. So, this whole section is Oshi calls, member calls, and then it repeats because this is what happens on the verse. So we start. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, oshi. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, oshi. Homegirl sings her line. We let her finish. Oshi. Ore no, oshi. So, let's listen to it once, and then we will actually try it. Back it up. Back it up more. I was not. There we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oshi. 1, 2, 3. Oshi. We wait. Oshi. Ore no, oshi. All right? Let's try it. And we're not going to do the entire song. We're just going to do through the first chorus, and then I have a special little thing at the end. We finished the last mix. Here we go. Omae ga ichiban. Omae ga ichiban. Omae ga ichiban. Oshi. Omae ga ichiban. Omae ga ichiban. Omae ga ichiban. Oshi. Oshi. Ore no, oshi. Okay, and then that repeats. It repeats because it's the verse again. So we do it again. Ore no, oshi. Omae ga ichiban. Omae ga ichiban. Omae ga ichiban. Oshi. Omae ga ichiban. Omae ga ichiban. Omae ga ichiban. Oshi. Shut up. Oshi. Again. Ore no, oshi. And then we get into something familiar. But before we get into something familiar, look at us. We're already 1 minute and 13 seconds into this song. So, sometimes learning Wotagei calls and chants is like learning a song in itself. You are learning lyrics. There's just not really pitch to go with it. So, let's start at the beginning with our triple mix. Let's go back to our document. So, we start with 4. Uria oi, uria oi, uria oi, uria oi. Ah. Ja, ikuzo. Taiga, fire, saiba, fiber, daiba, baiba. Ja, ja, Japanese, tora, hi, jinzo, seni, ama, shindo, kasen, ainu, chape, ape, kara, kina, lala, tuske, myo, hon, tuske, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, oshi, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, oshi. We shut up, she sings then, oshi. She sings again. Then we ore no, oshi again. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, oshi. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, oshi. We shut up, she sings. Then we say, oshi. We go into ore no, oshi. Then we get into the bridge. But I think because I think the chorus is mostly just repeating lyrics. Let's go through what we just learned, and then I will check on what the chorus is. And again, text is on the screen. Read the text, follow along as best you can. If you need to just let it sink in, soak it in like a sponge, let me know. And again, if you have any questions, I will happily answer them. Please do not be afraid to throw a question in chat. There is no such thing as stupid questions. This is complicated shit that we're doing. This is nerd shit that we're doing. So go ahead, ask some questions. But we're gonna do the 3 Sanren mix, Omae ga ichiban, and the Ore no calls. Here we go. I need to learn their names. Ai, uria, oi, uria, oi, uria, oi. Ah, ja, ikuzo. Taiga, fire, saiba, fiber, daiba, fiber, ja, ja. Tora, hi, jinzo, sani, ama, shindo, kase, chape, ape, kara, kina, lala. Tusuke, myohon, tusuke. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban. Oshi. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban. Oshi. Omae. Oh. We shut up. Ore no, oshi. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban. Oshi. Omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban. Oshi. We shut up. Then we say, Oshi! Ore no, Oshi! Okay, so in this video, first, before I go on, how are we feeling? Are we okay? Are we alive? Do you live? Come on, gay people, give me a sign. Give me a sign of life. Okay. Listen, if y'all don't ask questions or give me nothing, I'm just gonna keep going. If y'all don't ask questions, I'm like that professor. I'm just like, I'm going to assume you understand everything if you don't ask a question. So I'm just going to keep going. So there are a couple of things happening here in each section. It sounds like we live. Venti woohoo. Hi, Venti woohoo. Do you want me to call you Venti or do you want me to call you woohoo? I'm glad you live, gay people. Thank you. But it sounds like the guy on my left, in my left ear, he's like super duper Ota, and he's doing the more advanced shit, while the rest of the audience is doing the oh, which is basically the PPPH without the high. They just oh. So, let's look at our guide, and let's see what it says. So, our guide says... It doesn't say anything here. What does she start with? Does she start with the doko ni demo aru? Adu do 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 do. Okay, let's go back. What do we start with? Okay. Okay, so the O's are not listed in this guide. This text is blue. Why is this text blue? It does not say anything. Why you not say things? What does the database say? Oh God. It doesn't give me any, particular reason as to why there's something in blue there. I'm gonna have to email them and be like, what does this mean? It's fine. We will go on our best guess here. So here he's doing a yeah. What is that called? That's in this. We're not doing that. I am not well versed in that call yet, so we're gonna stick with the PPPH. Which is, it's not the wa, it's not the reverse. What is that? It's not the tora tora tora. Where are you? Yami, Hayashi. It's not the triple variable. It is... What is that? Vaccine! That came out of COVID. That doesn't have a specific thing on this document. I will learn more and I will get back to you. But let's not follow Mr. Man on my left earphone. Question, I know what calls and chants, I know that calls and chants and help to show support to the idol, but it's very loud and kind of drowns out the singing. Isn't that the opposite of what it should do? Actually, it's funny. You just asked, I just talked about that before doing that full verse of Wotagei. There's a bit of a divide in the community. Most people who are fans of like mainstream like idols from larger companies in Japan, or like the general public who just happen to like idol music, are not fans of the calls and chants. They tend to see it as disruptive. And there are a lot of these larger agencies have banned mixing from their events for that reason. So a lot of this stuff that I'm going over is stuff that you will find at Chica idol events, like the indie idols, the stuff at smaller venues, smaller agencies, or like, all up in Akihabara, like in the culture. And honestly, I think there are differences in opinions among Ota. Because I talked about the taiga voice. Listen again to this guy in the left earphone once we get to this section. So you see, or you hear, how the guy on the left speaker or the left earphone, whatever you're listening to this from, his voice is a lot more grating, and it travels over the crowd. Meanwhile, the rest of the audience in my right earphone, or on your right speaker, just doing the they're using their normal voices, and you can hear the singer more when they do that. Meanwhile, that kind of voice, like I had said earlier, it's like they call it like the taiga voice. So taiga is like, that's like the most intense Wotagei. Tigering is basically what people call it in the Kaigai idol sphere. And I agree with you. I agree with you, honestly, that it does drown out the singing, and I would much rather listen to an idol sing than I would listen to the It's that particular, like, they do that sort of grating, gravelly voice, and they kind of put it in the nose, in the mask of the face, because it carries, and they want to get their attention from their idol, and that's why they do it. And for me, it kind of goes into that main character syndrome bullshit. But I think that also informs what types of idol shows you would want to go to. As far as Kaigai idol stuff, not a lot of us are going to be doing that. We're going to be sticking with the simpler Wotagei in our normal voices, just because that's what we're more comfortable with. So I feel like with Kaigai idol shows, or shows with acts from larger agencies, AKB48, Hello Project groups like Beyond's, Morning Musume, Anjurumu, Ocha Norma, or any of the like Ikorabu, Nia Equal Joy, Not Equal Me, who else? Wasuta, any of the Avex acts, you should be safe to go to those shows without hearing the, like, taiga voice. But if you want to go see Chica idols, you're going to have to prepare yourself. You're going to have to be near the back of the venue, so you're not in the pit, and bring some earplugs. There are earplugs now that are designed to cut out crowd noise and hone more in on what's coming from the speakers, so those might be useful to you. Honestly, we don't have a complete solution for that yet. Just because I feel like we want to spread Wotagei culture because it's different and it's fun. We love the pen lights and some of the cheers are really fun. I just think there is a limit to it. But it depends on the crowd. It depends on the fandom. And I think that's something you have to kind of weigh the pros and cons of. I know I just rambled forever and ever. Did that help? I hope that helped. Yeah, that's funny. That was something, I keep talking about US Idol Fest because that was the most recent event I went to. But there were quite a few of us who are putting on the feedback form like, listen, I feel like there needs to be a specific section that people can go and do this at, or you need to like get the sound fixed so that way we can hear more of the idols and people aren't being pushed and shoved around. Because there was a bit of a different crowd at USIF this year, which is fine. But I think they brought in some different acts and also a lot more VTubers this year. And I feel like there's a difference in fan culture amongst that type of crowd. And so I think for event organizers, even myself included, because this is something I've had to deal with as far as ADA goes, because people want to be at the front and to have a pit and to like stand up and do the pen lights and shit. But I also want to make sure that we have an ADA section where people with mobility aids can sit down and still see stuff. And then for, events like USIF, you have to deal with the Wotagei teams that they invite because that's their whole mission is to spread Wotagei amongst the Kaigai Idol community. But then you have the section of the community that's not so into it. So it's kind of a balancing act for event organizers, I think. And I don't know if we've all struck the right balance yet. I think we all kind of have to stick our heads together and see what we can do. So, yeah, no, I'm always happy to talk shop and answer questions and all that kind of shit. That's what this is for. So, I think, hold on, because what time is it? Ooh, it's almost 11:30. So I think I'm going to wrap this up here pretty soon. So let's go ahead and let me see what the rest of this is, because we've got oh, right, they do the mix again. And I'm still kind of like, I'm not quite at the intermediate level, but I'm better than a beginner at Wotagei, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still trying to get us up to the beginner level. But people will do the mix here. Y'all heard that. And then do it fast. Taiga, fire, saiba, fiba, daiba, fiba, ja, ja. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's in the document. Okay. No. I'll have to read through it. But once I get more information, I can update y'all. But they do the mix again. And then this dance has a lot of foodie copy. So after they do this, they do what the girls are doing. They're making a triangle with their arms. So they're doing foodie copy. That's most of what the chorus is foodie copy. Hi, oh, hi, oh, hi. Hi, hi. Again, triangles. Point, point, point. When does the clap start? Hi. Hi, Elizabeth! Welcome! And then we go back. And we do the mixes again. Okay, and that's a more advanced mix that we're not going to get into today. The one thing I want to end on, is it in this one? We're going to have to do another, we're going to have to make these a regular thing. We're going to have to do Wotagei practice. Oh, why are we in the Japanese lyrics? Ah, it's in here, but I think it's also in Triangle Dreamer. They end with it. Okay, so we're going to learn. I am just now finishing memorizing this particular mix here. So let's learn a little bit about it. Let me Control F this bitch. Okay. So I would say, besides the 3 foundational mixes, the standard, the Japanese, and the Ainu, I think this one is probably the most common next. And technically it's not a mix, it's more of a call. And this is called the Gachikoi Kojo. And so, according to Yet Taiga, it's all the way down at the bottom, because I remember looking for it. Okay, so the Gachikoi Kojo. So, if you're a VTuber fan, you've probably heard of Gachikoi, and it's so funny, because the first time I heard of the word Gachikoi, it was through this. So I always thought of it as a positive thing, but then the VTuber fandom kind of turned it on its head. And Gachikoi fans are apparently very delulu and not fun to be around. But this is more of a speech. This is like a declaration of love. So, yeah, because the translated, it means like very much in love speech. Truly in love speech. And so this is a call and response between the audience and the idol. When I went to Paida's One Man Live in early October, somebody started this call for Paida, and Paida started responding in time. So let me zoom so you can read it. Okay, so here is what the audience says, and then in parentheses is what the idol says. All the idol says in response to everything is nani, nani, like what, huh? So the idol responds, and you can do this also for male idols. This isn't just for female idols, but I can do the male variation afterwards. So this is for, and it's a really easy switch. But a lot of Menchika idols, so Menchika are like men's idol groups, and a lot of Menchika fans are women, and a lot of them do this call for their oshis. But it's gonna go like this. Itai koto ga aru n da yo. She says, nani nani. Yappari oshi wa. So yappari in parentheses here. You put your oshi's name. Yappari oshi wa kawaii yo. Suki suki dai suki yappa suki. Yatto mitsuketa ohime sama. Ore ga umarete kita riyu. それはお前に出会うため俺と一緒に人生歩もう世界で一番愛してる So this is long, and honestly when I first heard it I was like, how in the hell do I memorize all of that? But I am finally getting to the point. I think I mix up like these 2 lines, but otherwise I think I've got it down. So the translation for this, you don't have the translation? Rude. Where is the here we go. Here's the translation. I have something to say. What, huh? Indeed, my Oshi is really cute. What, huh? I like her. Indeed, I love her. What, huh? I finally found my princess. What, huh? The reason I was born. That was in order to meet you. Let's walk through life together. You're the one I love most in this world. I love you. You know, it's all in good fun. Like it's very melodramatic, but it's all silly. And so a lot of times one person can start this call and then the rest of the otas will join in to like support this person in screaming this for their oshi. But if you're more casual, you can do the nani nani with the idol. If you don't know it, you can do the nani nani. But, like I said, so I like her, indeed I love her, I finally found my princess. If you're singing to a menchika, or a male idol, what are you gonna do? So, technically, suki suki daisuki yappa suki, they put her as a pronoun in here because, Yes Tiger mainly talks about female idols, but there's no pronouns here in suki suki daisuki yappa suki. You could say that to anybody of any gender, because the pronouns are implied depending on who you're talking to. That's one thing I really enjoy about the Japanese language, is that you don't have to shove a shit ton of pronouns everywhere. Pronouns are often implied. The one change you are going to make if you are singing, or if you're doing this call for a menchika idol, or, you know, one of those like butch girly idols, instead of saying yato mitsuketa ohime-sama, because ohime-sama does mean princess, feminine. If you want it to be masculine, you would say oji-sama. Yato mitsuketa oji-sama. Because oji-sama means prince. So you just switch prince or princess to prince. So the male version, when you hear in like Menchika Idol Live, sounds like this. Iitai koto ga arun da yo. Yappari oshi wa kawaii yo. Suki suki daisuki yappa suki. Yatto mitsuketa oji-sama. Now you have to elongate the O instead of the G, because oji-sama means prince. Oji-sama means like grandpa. So, I mean, listen, if you stand an old man, Oji-sama, go for it. But Oji-sama, you want to make sure to elongate the O, because the word for, like, prince and grandpa is real similar, in pronunciation. Like, the kanji are completely different, but the way it's pronounced is very similar. So, if you are shouting to a lady-type idol, or someone who uses she/her pronouns, Ohime-sama. If you're shouting to a man-type person, or someone who uses he/him pronouns, Oji-sama is what you would shout out. But the rest of it has no pronouns, so you don't need to worry about it. I don't know what title you would use for, like, an agender type person. Just kind of go for it, and then if they correct you later, just go with that correction. I don't know if there's, like, a non-binary title that would fit for royalty that goes in here. But, just go nuts. Yeah, the whole princess line. I got you. So, let's listen to it in Triangle Dreamer, and then I'll have you listen to it in, Dreamin' Passport also, because the maid Dreamin' Wota are pretty nuts. Where is that? I think they end with the Gachikoi in, Triangle Dreamer, and then it's in the middle during the instrumental break during Dreamin' Passport. Where are we at? We're at the clap. Okay, here we go. Arun da yo, yappari oshi wa kawaii yo. And you hear the 90s. Mitsuketa ohime-sama. Ore ga umarete kita ryu wa oshi ni deau tame. Okay, so this is a little different. Oops, hang on. Sore wa oshi ni deau tame. So, you're putting your oshi's name in this call. So if we were here, sore wa omae ni. So omae is a word for you. Omae, I mean, because we did it in omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, omae ga ichiban, oshi. So, omae is like a masculine way of saying the word you. So, some people have chosen to take out the word omae and replace it with their oshi's name. And that, yeah, sore wa oshi ni deau tame. So, instead of translating to the reason I was born, that was in order to meet you, it changes the translation to the reason I was born, that was in order to meet my oshi's name. So it makes it a bit more personal. I have the version with omae memorized, but I could learn a name for my oshi, so we'll have to see. Okay, and in the guide, they have the name there. So let's go ahead. Let's back it up. And let's do it with the name. I will say the word Oshi just because that works. Here we go. Gachikoi Kojo. ことがあるんだよ。やっぱり推しが可愛いよ。好き好き大好きやっぱ好き。やっと見つけたお姫様。これが生まれてきた理由。それは推しに出会うため。俺と一緒に人生歩もう。世界で一番愛してる。愛してる。And the song ends as they say, Aishiteru. Isn't it? It's so cute. This is my favorite thing. It's just so cute. It's super cute. But a lot of times this happens towards the end of a song, or during the bridge, so that the Aishiteru happens either right as the bridge starts or right as the song ends. So that's usually where this call is placed. For an example of it in the bridge, let me pull it up. Thank you, Triangle Dreamer. Let me pull it up in Dreamin' Passport performance. Let me tell you, the Maid Dreamin' people, I aspire to be like these people. They're fun. So, it's in the middle. But let's just take a look and see how much we can apply to this song. Udia oi, udia oi, udia oi. Ah, ja ikuzo. Taiga, fire, cyber, fiber, diver, fiber, ja ja. He, Jinzo, Seni, Ama, Shinzo, Kasen. So, you'll hear we only got through 2 of the 3 foundational mixes at the beginning because that's how long this intro is. Let's go over it again. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have text on it like the other one did, but we're going to make do. So we start. Udia oi, udia oi, udia oi, udia oi. Ah, ja ikuzo. Taiga, fire, cyber, fiber, diver, fiber, ja ja. Tora, he, Jinzo, Seni, Ama, Shindo, Kasen. That's another call we can go over on another episode. Hi, 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 hi. Oh, hi, PPPH. Oh, hi, oh, hi. Oh, hi. Look at these maids. Watch them, watch them. Crack. Look at them go. I want to learn how to do that. Honestly, the Wotagei maids are my favorite. Supporting your own besties. My kin. That's a lyric they repeat. Okay, where am I going? I said the bridge, right? Yeah, so Dreamin' Passport. Oh! Here's the color coding guide. That would have been helpful for Triangle Dreamer. So the blue text is either Ketcha or clap. Okay. I love this. Again, this document, the Wota database, with all the example songs at the bottom, will be in my Discord server. I'll also post it in the Texas Idol Festival Discord server. Right? Purpose. She's doing the most. She is doing the most. Okay. So, we have the mix. And then we have some other calls. Hi. And then we had the PPPH. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. And then we have, again, some more calls, which I can get into later. And then again, we moi kyun, and then we do the same thing. PPPH, same calls. Bridge. 言いたいことがあるんだよ。やっぱり推しが可愛いよ. So, here we go. Where is... I'm gonna skip the second verse just so we can listen to the gachikoi. Where they at? That's the second chorus. Let's keep watching these girls. I want that to be my job. I mean, I love singing. Don't get me wrong. I would want to switch back and forth, but that would just be a blast. Okay, when do they start it? Koto ga aru nda yo. Yappari oshi wa kawaii yo. Suki suki dai suki yappa suki. Oh, I can barely hear them. Umarete kita riyu. No deau tame. Say ai mo sekai de ichiban aishiteru. So here, what they did, they just said sekai de ichiban aishiteru, and they didn't do the second aishiteru because that would have cut off their singing. So sometimes you can do the gachikoi mix without the last aishiteru. They are not cosplaying the maids from Akiba Maid Wars. Let me show you some maids. So, Maid Dreamin'. So, this is from a maid group that is huge in Akihabara. So, you have At Home Cafe and you have Maid Dreamin'. These are the Maid Dreamin' uniforms. That's what they look like. Where's them girls? Maid Dreamin' Hyper? Ooh, they have a new... with beer and shit? Okay, sorry. I am getting... Where's the girls? There's the menu, the branches. Oh my god, there's so many. Well, shit, let's just look at their Instagram. So I think Akiba, the maids, let's, hold on. What did their uniform? Akiba Maid Wars. Wars. I love Akiba Maid Wars. That is one of my favorite newer animes that's come out recently. I want to cosplay from it. I want to learn some songs from it. But the Akiba Maid War outfits are black. Let's take a look. The Akiba, well, they do look kind of navy here. I think they started with black outfits. Are they navy or are they black? You know, I think in the promotional images, they look more navy, but in the anime itself, these uniforms are black. Because Maid Dreamin', their colors are that dark royal blue and a magenta pink. But even these are starting to lean towards navy. Yeah, navy blue. And so here's a maid. That lighting is ass! Hang on. That'll work. Here's some Maid Dreamin' girlies. They've got the pink ribbon and the dark navy blue outfit and then brown loafers and white socks. This is your standard Maid Dreamin' maid. Akiba Maid Wars. Yeah, it looks more black. But I do see the resemblance. I do see the resemblance. And they have the little piggy noses on their bows and the piggy ears. So... I love Maid Dreamin'. I do too. I mean, apparently if you go to Akihabara, all you fucking hear is Dreaming Passport because they blast that shit. Oh, and here's a good... Can I look at this, please? Ah, looky there. On the side, here's Homegirly in her uniform. And let's, for reference, At Home Maid Cafe. At Home's uniforms. Don't get me talking about maid shit. I will never, ever shut up. They are brown-based uniforms with white apron, and then if they have an image color, they have their image color ribbons. I am already following you on Instagram. Don't even. Yeah, here we go. See, everybody's got accessories in their little image color, and it's very cute. As they should. Exactly. Anyway. So... that was Wotagei Calls and Chants episode 1. There's so much to learn. I'm going to have to do another one of these. We'll just make it a series. I just want to do a stream where I talk about maids. What What if I did? What if we just had Maid Cafe stream? I also love maids and idols. Just brain rot. Maid brain rot. Idol brain rot. We'll make Maid Cafe food. And we'll watch Maid Cafe videos. We'll watch the dance videos. Some of them release music videos. We'll compare uniforms. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'll put it on the schedule somehow. Oh, well, this was fun. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I'm sorry I started late. Ballet class ended pretty late, but I'm happy to have y'all here. It's so much fun. I just love talking maids and idol shit. It's my channel. I'm gonna talk about maids if I wanna. But thank you so much. So I will be present. Excellent. Thank you, Venti. Or Woohoo, whichever you prefer to be called. So our last stream for the week is tomorrow, because this weekend is busy. But tomorrow, I'm gonna be playing more Undertale. I might finish it. I think we're close to the end. But considering my track record, it might take me a few times to beat it. But we're playing more Undertale tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, and then we'll be back again next week with more. And next week, we will be having a Requiem for this 1.0 model. I am going to be switching to my new model at the end of November. So we gotta have a funeral for this bitch. Not like you will never ever see her again or see them again, but I've got some new shit and we gotta show it off. So we gotta have a requiem for a cat girl. So I will have that announcement out very soon, and I hope you will join me for that. Who am I gonna throw you at? Jesus Christ, why has Pam been live for so long? What are you doing, Pam? Pam is live, Anna is live, Cat is live, Semi is live, Salt is live. I am gonna throw you. I'm gonna throw you at Salt. Salt's playing Dead by Daylight. Say hey to Salt for me. Use that raid emote if you got it. And I will see y'all tomorrow for Undertale. If you are not in my Discord server, you will not be able to get access to the Wotagei documents. So if you're on YouTube, the link to my Discord server is in the description box. If you're on Twitch, it is below in my panels, or you can ! Discord to get the link to join my Discord server. We scream about idols. We scream about anime. We scream about a lot of things. So if you want to come and scream and do watch parties, because we will do idol concert. We do idol concert watch parties. We watch musicals. We watch whatever the fuck we want. So come hang out. I would love to see you there. Thank you again for a lovely Thursday evening, or Wednesday. Holy shit, what day is it? Thank you for a lovely Wednesday evening. Enjoy your Thursday, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow for Undertale. Thank y'all, everybody. Good night.